Hello, welcome back to another episode. Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, I hope and trust everyone had a wonderful day today. We are here and we'll be talking about the track and field meet that took place a little bit earlier on today. It's been blowing up the internet, all the major news platforms, outlets, they have it, they are discussing it. And we've taken the opportunity to present it to you here so we can hear your feedback as well. We did a video on it a little bit earlier on. As soon as the race was completed, we did a video, basically a synopsis of what transpired on the day. But before I even go any further, let me say a big shout out to my sponsors, Quick Link Shipping, RS Sports Store, and CSA Shop. RS Sports Store for all your latest sporting clothing and apparel. Check out RS Sports Store. Quick Link Shipping, anything you need whatsoever shipped into the island, they have you covered. Telephone number 454-1979. Again, that's Quick Link Shipping, 876-454-1979. All right, and I'll put the link to each of those down below in the description. But Sha'Carri was a surprise. All right, so again, big up everybody. Big up everybody. If you're new to Halftime TV, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate the love and the support we've received over the past couple of weeks, couple of months, as well as we continue to grow from stride to stride. We've grown exponentially over the past couple of weeks, and we look forward to the weeks ahead as well. Antoinette Brown, good evening, Antoinette. Kevin Dunn, good evening to you as well. Good evening to everyone who's tuned in this evening. Again, I hope and trust you're staying dry. I know it's been a whole lot of showers, especially in Jamaica, a lot of flooding as well. So hope you and your loved ones are staying safe. All right. Before we even get into this chat as well, remember, please keep the comment section clean. This is a family channel. You can disagree without being disrespectful. So just a quick disclaimer. If I find that you're being disrespectful in the comment section, I'll just place you on timeout. And if it continues, I'll block you. All right. So hopefully we don't get to that to that stage or to that place. But big shout out to everyone who's supporting Halftime TV and who continue to support Halftime TV. All right. So earlier on today, we had the Luzerne Athletic Meet. Right now, Luzerne is a city in Switzerland, for those who weren't aware. Now, Elaine Thompson-Herah, let me even run through the starters list. We had two 100 meters on either side. So on the male side, we had Nigel Ellis representing Jamaica in one of the races. We had Akeem Blake representing Jamaica in another one of the races as well. But two good enough athletes from a Jamaican perspective that they looked okay on the day. Again, the conditions were awful. There was a whole lot of rainfall. The stewards, they were drying the track. They were trying to get as much water off the track as possible. At one point, it seemed as if they had Jamaicans would say push broom. So seemed as if they had a push broom trying to get the water off the track. So good night, Tonika Green. Good night, Unseen Sports. Big up yourself, Unseen, and send the link. All right, give me a second. Okay. Copy link. All right, I'll just post the link. And okay, if you want to hop on and you're in the comment section, you can hop on as well. All right. But as I was saying, the weather was not the greatest. I wouldn't say the weather was awful, because I think our weather is a gift of nature. So I wouldn't say it was awful, but it wasn't conducive for track and field on the day. All right. I have a number of folks in the comment section who are saying, oh, they expected it to be put off. I have folks in Germany who were messaging me saying, okay, this is similar case over in Germany. It's cold, it's wet, there's a whole lot of rain. I have folks in Switzerland messaging me as well saying it's extremely bad here. I didn't expect it to go on. So again, big up yourself, Jassy. Big up yourself, Jassy. Big up yourself, Jassy. Heart of love, Jassy. So I didn't expect it to go on. I was at work. I had one of my devices on the link waiting for it to basically die down or to see what was happening. So I was tracking it to see if it was actually going to take place, right? That wasn't the case. when Elaine Sha'Carri ran under the same conditions. He love Elaine, but no excuses. Sha'Carri hasn't run. No, Tuffy. I'm not making any excuses. I'm not making any excuses for Elaine. I'm just giving a general idea of what was happening on the day. All right. Just giving a general idea of what was happening on the day. I haven't even gotten to the races as yet. So where was I? Yeah. So the conditions weren't the best from the get-go. I saw Jasmine Camacho Quinn. She false started the first time of asking. Second time, I think Ali. I think Ali won, or I don't remember her name. But the United Tia, I think Tia her name is. I don't remember. But she won in the 100-meter hurdles for women. That was the first race I saw. I continuing, we saw Ryan Knight, and he won. I think he ran 10.26 or 10.2 something. Okay, so we saw Marvin Bracey. He came from behind actually to beat Jamaica's Akeem Blake. He beat him on the line. In her like that, we are all aware she's not at her best. It seems that we heard that the same reveling in the last ETH looked tentative at the end of the race. Anyway, so we got to the race before I actually didn't even realize that Natasha Morrison was going to run in a different race. But yeah, Akeem Blake ran in the race with Marvin Bracey. He came third, right? So it was no time for the females 100 meters. And we know most people are pumped when it comes down to the 100 meters, especially for females. And I think this is primarily because the Jamaican females are doing well. So even though we didn't have Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Shericka Jackson, we had Natasha Morrison and we had Elaine Thompson-Herah. So folks were excited to see them nonetheless. They're top athletes after all. Natasha Morrison, she ran her race. She was first in her race. I think in Natasha's race there was Gina Bass as well. But there were only maybe 5 starters. I think Langqui was there. 8 lanes and everyone is there to win. Sad, but we have to realize our ladies are not. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So having seen that, naturally we not you, but I see a lot of excuses. But Shelly beat Elaine is not a good look. I can understand. I don't have any excuses for the race. Sha'Carri came on the day she showed up and she won. Right? If you found the time to watch my preview to the race, I indicated that I wasn't sure where Sha'Carri was in her season, and as such, I won't predict how much she was going to place. I had Elaine placing first because I saw Elaine throughout the season based on the quality athlete that we know she is. I expected her to come out on top, and especially because Sha'Carri hasn't been in action for quite some time. But the preview I had, Elaine Thompson-Herah and Sha'Carri Richardson, they were on the cover because I expected the race to be between both of them. All right. I expected it to be between both of them. I didn't predict Sha'Carri Richardson in second or third or whatnot, but based on names, based on what we know they're capable of, it would be they're the two biggest athletes who lined up. Put it that way. So anyway, we got to the 100 meters for women, the one in which Elaine Thompson-Herah was going to take part. Find the lineup. I'll go through the lineup for you guys. Okay. I'll go through the lineup for you guys. All right. So, and I saw comments that folks said they expected Elaine Thompson to win, and anybody in second and third but Sha'Carri Richardson. So I don't know what exactly the beef is with Sha'Carri, but come on, folks, come on. She is that type of person, and I actually enjoy seeing her on the track. I enjoy her winning because what that means is more exposure for track and field, and especially the character she is. Attention will definitely be on the races to come, especially the ones that she has coming for the rest of the year, especially if Jamaicans will be taking part in that one. I know she was down to take part in the Diamond League that's coming up this week. But let's see how that works. Okay, but in the lineup we had Sha'Carri Richardson, Elaine Thompson-Herah, Celera Barnes, Jenna Prandini, We have Muriel Ahore Dom. We have Mujinga Kambunji, Shania Collis, and Tamari Davis. All right, so those were the individuals who lined up in the race. Right, the fastest time in the race. Remember, Sha'Carri Richardson won this one. We had 11.29. Right, Tamari Davis, she didn't start, but the person who finished 7th was 11.59. Opinion, boys. Yeah, opinion. I saw your comment. I saw your comment saying that it was really bad in Germany. So I figured, but even before the races kicked off, the athletes were doing so much just to stay warm, just to try and prevent. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you. They were trying so hard to prevent injuries. They were trying so hard to stay warm because if you're not warm properly, you're conducive or you're susceptible, sorry, to injuries. And that's exactly what I saw throughout all the races. But speaking about the race in particular, I saw folks saying, "Oh, Elaine Thompson-Herah had a bad start." And folks, the race is from your start to your finish, right? So I don't want folks to be making excuses about starts. She had a bad start, fine, but that is the race. That is the race she ran. The race doesn't start at 30 meters. The race kicks off the moment you lift up out of those blocks. So if you had a bad start, you can probably say it's a bad race, right? If you had a bad start, you can say, okay, I had a bad race, you beat me today. But I'm getting the vibe as if folks would have felt better if Elaine had lost, but to someone else. Let me know in the comment section if that is the case. Let me know in the comment section, please and thank you. In the meantime, let me check out what's happening on this side. Let's see what's happening with the polls. Would you have felt better if Elaine Thompson-Herah had lost to, say, a Mujinga Kambunji? Let me know. Because that's definitely how it seems right now. Elaine win. Okay. Would you, the viewers and subscribers, have felt better had Elaine Thompson-Herah lost to Mujinga Kambunji? Let me know. All right, so let's see. I'm looking on the polls. All right, so for the polls, 45 votes so far. Is Elaine Thompson-Herah being unfairly scrutinized? We have 69% of the viewers saying yes, 26% saying no, and 7% saying they're not sure. I'm curious to hear the reason behind that as well. People can lose to anyone. Fastlane, trust me, she can beat Fastlane in a dry. Okay, so she can't beat. That is true, Elaine. Anyone else but Sha'Carri seems to be the sentiment, but for me, it's not a big deal. I've accepted she's just not at her best right now. All right. She's not at her best. She's not at her best, but we have to remember as well, Sha'Carri Richardson hasn't taken the track in so many months, right? So it's one of those. Fastlane win the race, look good. Yeah, I saw the race. I saw the race. People can lose to anyone. All right, I'm gonna add unseen. Good evening, bossy. How you doing?
There, man. I use the other screen with the brother.
Okay. All right. No worries.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your thoughts on what's happening? Because I think I did a video today as soon as the race was completed, and going through the comment section, I decided, okay, I definitely needed to do a live stream on this one because I wanted to give the viewers and other sports enthusiasts as well, like yourself, an opportunity to share their thoughts, because sometimes in the comment section we don't get to respond to all the comments. I think the video has maybe 300 or 250 comments. Can't respond to all of them. So that's why I decided to do this live stream. So what are your thoughts on the race? Elaine placing second, Sha'Carri Richardson seemingly upsetting the Jamaican masses.
Oh, I think, whenever the condition doesn't suit Elaine Thompson, you tend not to give it her all. And if you look back at even the World Championship trials in Jamaica, when the starters are there, and at the starting area for a long period of time, she tended not to, really put out her best. And I think that's the same thing. The condition wasn't good, rain and stuff like that. So she tended not to do it. She preserved herself. She don't want to get injured at the moment. And I think, that's why if you even look at the time is poor, and that's not Elaine Thompson's standard. So
do you think, and again, we might say the time isn't her best, but we don't expect athletes to go out there and to replicate the times week in, week out, every week, especially no. I think Stephen Francis mentioned this. Based on the conditions, you can expect certain performances. As soon as I saw it was raining so much, I heard it was cold. I saw the athletes doing so much just to stay warm. I wasn't expecting the best of times, and I think we're spoiled for time. Right now, we just have to focus about the places. Who finishes first, second, or third? Because if you're running a race where they're competent, athletes lining up next to you, you want to win. You want to win. Doesn't matter about the time, because you're not racing against the clock. You're racing against the person who's lining up in the track with you. But my question: do you think what happened last week? Remember, she false started in Lausanne. Do you think that played a role in her getting that bad start that folks are using as excuse as to why she lost that race?
Well, I think that she wanted to complete the race, so hence she didn't want to fast start also. But who knows? You don't know what's going through her mind. You can stay here and speculate on YouTube or at home. You just can speculate. But I think that she didn't want to fast start, or she's working on her starts, but she's just not getting it right. So it sometimes it's best to react. After the gun bust, you can't fast start at that time, than try to react in line with the sound of the gun. So who knows?
Okay. Lorna Lewis, fans like to hype these races too much. Do you think us as fans we're placing too much expectations on our athletes? Because right now, I think expectation is what generally results in disappointment. Because if you don't have any expectations, then you can't be disappointed, right? So based on the expectations that we have of Elaine Thompson-Herah, I know, for example, if this were a Kemba Nelson, or if Sha'Carri Richardson had beaten a Natasha Morrison, we wouldn't be talking about this, right? It wouldn't even make the news. It wouldn't even make the news. But the mere fact that she beat Elaine Thompson, right. And we know what Elaine is capable of doing, all of a sudden, everyone is making out Elaine to be the worst thing. It's almost as if right now, Elaine Thompson-Herah is public enemy number one, because she lost to Sha'Carri Richardson. She could have lost to anyone else. And again, this is not my opinion, folks. This is not my opinion. This is the vibe I'm getting from the comments on the videos that I've been watching. This is the vibe I'm getting from. I saw the news article was published in Jamaica Observer. When I went through the comment section, it was the same thing. Folks scrutinizing her, folks making it seem as if, okay, basically how you make Sha'Carri Richardson beat you. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. So are we expecting too much from these athletes, so much to the extent that sometimes we even forget that they're humans before they're athletes?
Well, I for me, for the first part of it, what you say about the Sha'Carri, I think that I take it different. As much as I wouldn't want Sha'Carri to beat Elaine,
So
But
you're one
I
of
think
those.
no, I would want her to be Elaine, you know why? Because but at the end of the day, you have to remember that Sha'Carri is like fan favorite in terms of selling and stuff. She's like one of those media like entertainer in the sport, and anything her name go with sells. You understand me? It's like if Sha'Carri get beaten, the whole world will know why she get beaten, what kind of race she run, everything. She sells. Understand me? She sells.
Yeah.
So I guess with her beating Elaine Thompson at the moment, it's going to sell. So all media is going to take it up. People are going to feel bad now, like the Jamaican, and they are going to start to talk about why Elaine make Sha'Carri beat them. You understand me? Why
Yeah.
Elaine? Why is it? Why it have to be Elaine? You understand? Because Elaine is one of the top 3 sprinters for Jamaica at the moment. And from anyone else, she beat Pocket Rocket or she beat Sherika Jackson, a problem. Anybody else can beat them, but not Sha'Carri.
All right. So look
So,
at it. All right. Again, and I have to stop you there because I think the fans are hypocrites. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it as it is. The fans who are hating on Elaine, they're hypocrites. And here's my reasoning, right? A couple of days ago in Lausanne, um, Aliyah Hobbs beat Sherika Jackson,
Jackson, yeah.
right? Aliyah Hobbs beat Sherika Jackson. And no one spoke about that race any at all. I didn't see anything whatsoever about the race. I didn't see anyone talking. And we spoke, for those who even spoke about the race, and I'm a part of those who did videos on the race. I spoke about the race being disappointing, right? And this was not because of what transpired in there. This was because of everything that happened on the day. Because Shelley and Fraser Price had to pull out because of injury scare. We had Elaine Thompson-Herah false starting, and then afterwards Sherika Jackson finishing second, which we would say it's disappointing because of what was expected. And I go back to the expectations because this particular race was being talked up so much. We had high expectations for it, right?
Sherika
On
was
the
starting
day,
from
on the day, everything that could go wrong, everything that could go wrong went wrong, right? Everything that could go wrong went wrong on the day. And not only for Jamaicans, but for fans of track and field, because folks paid good money to go there to see them. People were in the stands waiting to see. I think Shelley and Fraser Price posted like an hour and a half or so before the race to say that okay, she felt something and she's going to sit out this one in order to prevent injuries. Elaine Thompson-Herah, she lined up and then she false started, right? We didn't hear anything about Sherika Jackson placing. Mind you, remember, Sherika Jackson, what 1072, 1071 is her personal best,
right.
and she ran that earlier on this season. The race that she ran on Friday, it was 1089 thereabout. So that was still some way off her personal best as well. Folks started making excuses. The false start probably threw off Sherika and all of that for those who were saying anything. So again, why are we moving the goalpost now when it's Elaine?
It's not about, as I said, for me, it's not about Elaine. It's about, what's her name again? Sha'Carri and
Yeah.
her marketing. They want to market Sha'Carri because Sha'Carri sells. Sha'Carri beating Elaine Thompson sells.
Yeah, but again, even the Sha'Carri beating Elaine Thompson-Herah, it's not about Sha'Carri beating Elaine Thompson-Herah. It's about Elaine Thompson-Herah losing to Sha'Carri because that's the narrative that's going around. And I know it's the same thing. People will say, "Oh, but it's the same thing." But how you word it, it goes a far way. All right, it goes a far way. And I'll give you an analogy. I saw last night I was scrolling through social media and I saw Shensia repost an Observer article, and she said basically foreigners will appreciate her more than Jamaicans, because the Observer worded it saying Shensia lost. Shensia misses out on whatever to Japanese boy band, something of the sort. I wasn't really paying attention to that. It was basically me saying, okay, this was just an article that says, okay, Shensia misses out. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing now, because we are talking less about Sha'Carri winning the race and more about Elaine Thompson losing. So again, back to the original question. Why are we moving the goalpost when it comes down to Elaine Thompson-Herah? Would we be having this same reaction had it been Shelly and Fraser Price, or even Shericka Jackson? Why are we moving the goalposts?
Well, I think if Sha'Carri reaches to beat any of the top three, it'll be the same thing. But it would be more on Elaine Thompson, but it would be the same thing for the other three. But
okay,
more on Elaine Thompson. Why? Because Elaine Thompson is right now one of the elites who, Jamaica really is really losing, from the World Championship, the excuses.
Yeah, right. So even that, she lost at the World Champs, right? But she won at the Commonwealth Games. What? Give her her flowers, no? Give her her flowers. She's still the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion, the reigning 200-meter Olympic champion. She probably didn't go so right for her at the World Champs. She went to the Commonwealth Games. She won the double.
So you have to understand, you have to understand Jamaican. It's when you move away from a certain coach, you're not performing to your best.
Yeah. So now you're pointing fingers towards the coach there. So again, excuses.
So this is what allegedly heard from the camp. Allegedly.
Okay.
Once you move away from a certain coach, you're not performing.
No, but Shelly and Fraser Price moved away from a certain coach as well.
I'm saying, not performing. Not performing. Keywords. Not performing. Up to the best. A stigma is going to follow with it.
I don't know the merit behind that. I don't know the merit behind that, because Shelly and Fraser Price switched coaches couple of seasons ago, and she's run the best times with the new coach.
Yeah, so, but remember when Shelly get beaten from Elaine, everybody has said, you see, you shouldn't leave because Elaine Thompson. You understand me? I say, remember?
Yeah.
When Shelly get beaten, everybody has said, no. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Obi Star, I really think that's TV. That's not true.
All right. We will continue the discussion, because I agree to disagree in most parts. But let's go into the comment section and hear what our wonderful viewers and subscribers are saying over there. Lorna Lewis, because her fans expected double to win, everyone knows Shericka is getting her feet wet. They're putting too much pressure on Elaine. Evans shows you how Jamaican people are just pure evil. I hope she improves for the better and Shane the bad man Jamaican. Elaine should just run for herself and don't please us. All right. Like Obia fast Elaine, people should drop them. All right. Because she dropped them. All right. People name, you guys bring down the poor girl. Always I talk bad about nothing good. Okay. Love Vaseline. All right. The media always come with something bad. Look on the time and you are acting like that sure knows. Okay. So quite frankly, someone wasn't listening. All right. Elaine going to surprise everyone. She's going through rebuilding. All right. Sounds good. Her fans are the only ones carrying her. That's good. Sha'Carri beat Shelly twice in May and September in 2021. Shelly did not perform in the first year. She never won a race in the first year. Elaine has won 6 races on her new coach, irrespective of time. All right. Hobbs beating Jackson would be discussed next. All right, Claude Murphy. All right. Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to hear what's happening. All right, give me 1 second, folks. All right, can everyone still hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. We hear you.
Oh, okay. Something called injury. You all, something Jamaicans comparing the ladies in 2016 when Shelly was can see ladies. All right, no worries. All right, so all in all, I think, and again, I'm sharing my opinion. Yeah, I can hear. Okay, I'm sharing my opinion because I didn't expect such a big reaction from the fans. Well, or the haters, as some may say, the critics. Let me say critics. Let me say critics because I don't like saying haters. Some of the criticisms are just. Some aren't so just. If I'm to be honest with you, some are just plain harsh. So some of the things that I saw in the comments, it's I can't even repeat it. But I think Elaine is having one of those seasons, and as athletes, you don't expect. I think I've been watching sports for the best part of 2 decades, right? And I've never seen an athlete consistently be at the top straight through their career. Whenever you see someone doing that, they're they're freak of nature, right? It doesn't happen. So if it happens, you have to appreciate it. They will have spells, whether it's through injuries, whether it's through whatever it is. All right. But you have to understand, you have to understand it's one of those. It's one of those, it's one of those. Elaine, she will know that um she holds herself to a standard as well. And she knows, hey, I need to be performing at a 10 probably this season. I'll say is probably a 7.5. She'll be trying to get back to that 10 because she knows what she's capable of. And as such, I think the criticisms that she's getting, although if it's constructive criticism, fine. But some of the times I think some of the sentiments that are shared. Come on, folks. It's almost, I'm asking, do these people actually think about what they're saying before they say it? I'm actually asking if they think about what they're saying before they type it out and they sit down and they type it all the way out. So it's one of those. But again, her season hasn't been the best. There are some positives to take away from it. She got a medal at the World Championship. That's good. She secured the double at the Commonwealth Games. Good again. But based on Elaine Thompson-Herah's standards, she will be saying, okay, I need to do better next season. And I think the pressure that she puts on herself is enough pressure for both of us and her. So I think they should cut her some slack. She's not having the best of season, but again, she will be taking note of that and be looking to improve next season. Next season we have the World Championship again, so it's one of the good things that came out of COVID. Um, one of the very few good things that came out of COVID.
So
And
next year is World Championship again?
so next year we have another World Champ. Pardon me?
What time next year?
I think it's mid next year because it's happening in Hungary.
Hungary, okay.
It's happening in Hungary, so it'll be just about the same time. So we'll get the opportunity to see her again. We'll get the opportunity to see the top athletes for Jamaica performing at the high stage again with all stakes up there again, high pressure situation again. So I think cut her some slack for now. Again, folks, I won't keep you guys too long. This is just a quick check-in to see what's happening. Unseen Sports, thanks for stopping by. Folks, please subscribe to Unseen Sports. I'll leave the link to his channel in the description as well as soon as this video is completed. But I'm keeping these videos short, so for those who want to watch it back and to see what transpired, they'll get the opportunity to do that, okay? So, yeah, so big up Unseen Sports. Anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, man, big up to all the persons in the comment section. And yeah, man, tune into Unseen Sports TV. You know, we dissect, we talk about football, track and field, all different sporting activities. So you can come over there and you know, share your 2 cents with us. and join the family also. And big up to Halftime TV, always doing the good work, growing fast, and congratulations, sir, on that feat.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Unseen Sports. And to everyone in the comment section, remember, like, share, subscribe. The pleasure is mine to be here with you guys. I appreciate your company. Fix this story when you all come in to talk. Okay, yes, I can hear you. So yeah, big up everybody. Big up everybody who's tuned in. I'll leave the question to you again. Do you think Elaine Thompson-Herah is being unfairly scrutinized? The question is for you, the viewers. Please let me know in the comment section. Until next time, big up on yourself. We'll talk soon.